4 eggs with a fork.
Okay, then what?
Then you add a fraction less than 1 cup of sugar. You mix it with the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
You add a fraction less than 1 cup of oil, and you mix it all together. You add a fraction less, add 3 cups of broken walnuts. Mix 3 1/4 cups of flour. Are you taping me?
Yeah.
No, turn that picture off.
Well, say what it is. This is for Mandel bread. Whose recipe is it?
Dorothy Levy.
Dorothy Levy's recipe for Mandel bread. Okay.
I told you about the walnuts. Mix 3 1/4 cups of flour and 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. Mix it together and add it. It'll be loose. You grease the largest cookie sheet, and with a wooden spoon make 3 long rows. Put apricot preserves down the center of each row, and with the butter knife or a rubber spatula, from the sides, cover over the jelly, on each side. Place in the oven until brown, about a half an hour.
At what temperature?
350.
Okay.
Cut each row in half, and with 2 spatulas, put it on a wooden board, and while cool enough to handle, cut with a serrated knife in about 1-inch slices. On another cookie sheet, place the slices cut side up and toast about 8 minutes. Turn over and toast the other side.
Thanks, Mom. Okay, so we're starting out. Here are the 4 eggs.
Wait, what did I do?
Okay, so here's the batter from the Mandel bread.
Stiff. Maybe I better use a stiffer one. Cut the nuts too small. You have to go all the way down now and make a row. So if you want to do that.
And how many rows are we going to do?
3.
3 rows. Okay. All right. Okay, so we made 3 long rows of the Mandel bread.
Of the dough.
Of the dough, and Mom's flattening it out and evening it out. If one's too fat, she takes a little bit off of one, puts it on the other. Right there, she's doing that.
Just kind of, because we have to go over from one side to the other.
Well, I'll get that on tape.
So I think this one really has a lot of stuff.
And the cookie sheet we sprayed with canola oil before we did this, so it's easy to move it around. Okay, so this is what it looks like. They're kind of flat, and then move them all around like a spatula. There's 3 of them, and now she's going to put apricot preserves in the middle.
Looks like plums.
Some kind of preserves from Israel. We don't know what it is because it's in Hebrew.
Should we call it? What time is it?
It doesn't look like apricot. Okay, so we have to
identify.
We have to identify this. We'll get back to you. Okay, so we both tasted this, and we agree that it's good and it's sweet, but we don't know what it is. So it could be plum, it could be prune, it could be apricot. So we're just gonna make one with this, and I found some sweet orange marmalade, and we're going to make the other 2 orange. So my mom is putting it down the center of the dough. And I'll get back later. Okay, so we have the preserves going down the middle. Now my mom's taking a spatula and carefully folding the right side over.
Over the jelly.
Over the preserves, or whatever it is. We don't know what it is, but it tasted good, so it's from Israel. This is what it is. It's in Hebrew. Hold on. So anyone who reads Hebrew, maybe you can tell us what it is. There it is. Mindy brought it from Israel. Now she's going to do the other side.
I put too much jelly on.
Too much jelly. Okay, so don't use too much jelly. It's hard to cover it. Okay.
Okay, now we gotta put
so
the other.
Okay, so here's what it looks like from an overview, and now I'm going to do the other two.
Okay.
Or are you going to move it over now to the other thing?
So make room.
You want me to make the other two now?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to do the other two. All right, here we go. They're ready to go into a 350-degree oven. Mom did the one on the right and in the middle, and I did the one on the left, and it's kind of like...
Because this is going to go into this one
all the,
when it bakes.
all the preserves on the inside. It's my first time, so... She's evening it out.
I want to move it over.
Moving it over. It's a pretty stiff spatula too.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Chaya put the one I had. She was sautéing things, so the thing melted. So she bought this, and I didn't like it. But now for
It's
this,
good
it's
for
good.
this,
Yeah.
I think we were using a spatula, a metal spatula before.
No.
Pretty sure. No.
You made it with me before?
I watched you make it. Yeah. But I don't remember.
Okay.
That's why I'm making
put it in the oven.
It seems like if they sit for a while, they kind of flatten out and melt and get a little wider. Okay, we're putting it in the oven at 350 for how long?
Half an hour.
For half hour.